So I want to look at some of these numbers. In the state of California, they've got about 39 million people, maybe 40 million people. They've got 53 Senate or House seats. Okay, 2 Senate seats like everybody else, or 55 total. In their state House, they've got 80 in the Senate, and in the House of Representatives, they got 120. So basically, they've got about 332,000 people, make it 333,000 people per representative at the federal level. At the state level, excuse me, at the state level. At the federal level, they've got about 726,000 people, okay, over twice, about 2.2 times better representative at the state level than they do at the federal level. And basically, again, you're looking at a bad lottery with that many people being represented on your best day. Rhode Island is a state that has minimal federal representation. They have 2 representatives. And so they have 2 senators, so 4 total. They've got 38 in their Senate, their state Senate, and 75 in their state House of Representatives for 113 total, which gives them someplace in the neighborhood of 9,346 people being represented by 1 representative at the state level. That's really good by compared to everybody else. I mean, hugely good when you consider we've got a lot of us have got, 67,000 people plus. California's got 332,000, per representative at the state level. That's the good one. But these guys got 9,000 plus people, a little over 9,000. So that's very good. They've got about 246,000, again, pretty good at the federal level, or their state representation is 28 times better than their federal representation. Michigan is a state that's got 14 federal reps, 2 senators, 16 total, 38 in their Senate, their state Senate, 110 in their House of Representatives. And that gives them 148, or about 67,000 people, 68,000 people make it at the state level per representative, and about 627,000 people make it 628,000 people at the federal level, or about 10 times, 9 times better off in terms of representation at the state level. If you go down to Georgia, they have a similar thing as Michigan. They have 14 representatives, 2 in the Senate, 56 in the Senate, state Senate, with 180 in the state House of Representatives, 236 total. So about 45,000, 45 or 6,000 people per representative at the state level, and 671,000, at the federal level. So about 14 times better, make it 15 times better state representation than federal. Take Forsyth County, it's north of Atlanta. They've got about 228,588 people. They've got 5 in their Board of Commissioners. And basically speaking, that gives them about 45,717 people in the county per Board of Commissioner. Okay. And they divide up in districts, so everybody's district more or less gets a representative. So that's about an equal on the county level. This division of power doesn't get rid of evil. It just keeps it from having to be centralized. It also keeps it being less difficult to have to deal with. You're still going to have to fight, but at least you can fight. You can't fight a federal government, and that's just read a history book. These are some numbers on representation, okay? And it's something you should consider. There's 2 primary things. One is it'd be good to have more representation at the federal level. It's good to have representation at the state and the county level, and to have then declaration and restriction at all 3 levels. keeping your government from being able to make decisions in all areas whatsoever. I was in a little town in Missouri, and this was in the 50s, and they had a city law, or maybe it was an ordinance, I don't know. If you're going to make chicken, it had to be fried chicken. The only way you can make chicken is fried chicken. Well, that's the type of thing that happens. You've got to control your governments. The problems we have today is because we're not keeping declaration and restriction. And we're also not dividing up the power into our states and into our counties, our townships and locals. This does not get rid of trouble, but it is a better way to deal with it. The people who formed our nation thought this. I believe they were right. And I think if you'll read the ratification letters and think, you'll see that, yes, these are places we could go back to, probably should go back to. And any place else you go, it's not going to go good. This is the one thing, educating people towards this. And then, after you've educated, functionally moving in this direction will be a solution to the problems that we have. Hopefully this helps.